The Illustrated Neuroanatomy Glossary is a multimedia hypertext environment that gives the beginning student of the nervous system access to terminology and through a large catalog of images presents several different ways of looking at the brain. On the lower left we see the control panel for the Neuroanatomy Glossary application. Students can ask for information about nervous system structures, substances in the nervous system such as enzymes or neurotransmitters, and processes such as growth or disease. Here we're searching for nervous system structures by their name, and we can ask for structures that either begin with or contain a word or set of words. Here we're going to ask for structures that begin with the word corpus, Latin for body. We'll get a scrolling menu that is actually a window onto the entire list of some 1,300 terms, positioned such that entries beginning with the word corpus are at the top. After repositioning and scrolling through the list a bit, the user picks the term corpus callosum. Then we'll zoom back to see the user place the electronic page for corpus callosum on the screen. The glossary page has text on the left, shown through MIT's PostScript previewer, with controls on the bottom for going to the next and previous page and searching from the text. On the right, there's one of several video illustrations. Here we're looking at the corpus callosum, the band of fibers that connects the two hemispheres, from above. The user can start and stop the video at any time. Or change to the second illustration. In the second illustration, we look at the brain cut in half. Now we're looking at the midline and seeing the corpus callosum in this delimited video sequence. The user can rewind the video and play the sequence again. Here the user flips back to the first illustration. Now we show that this page with text and video is a fully functioning member of the X window system. It can be moved, it can be turned into an icon that contains the entry's name, and it can be re-expanded from that icon. The second way of searching is to look for entries that contain a word or phrase. Here we're bringing up the name dialog box again, and we're going to look for entries that contain the word commissure. We get a scrolling list of just those entries that meet that criterion, and we choose anterior commissure. Here the page for anterior commissure overlaps the page for corpus callosum. Anterior commissure has two illustrations. These are cross-sections of the human nervous system where the fiber bundles have been stained dark and the regions of cell bodies are light. These sections are aligned such that if they're played through at 30 frames a second, one appears to melt through the brain. The pages are independent. Here we're pulling up the page for corpus callosum and looking at it again. A third way of searching is to branch from words in the text. Here the user is highlighting the words lateral ventricles, presses the button search. Lateral ventricles becomes the current topic, and we bring up that page. Lateral ventricles has three illustrations: cross-section slides, a dissection sequence, and a three-dimensional model. Here is a three-dimensional computer reconstruction of the entire ventricular system. The lateral ventricles are shown in blue. The final method of searching is via a system of cascading or hierarchical menus. For purposes of introduction, the brain can be looked at as a set of overlapping hierarchies. The regional hierarchy takes us through the anatomical regions and successively reveals their components. Here, looking through the components of the telencephalon, or forebrain, we find a structure of the basal forebrain, the caudate nucleus. Thus, the menus show us the structure of the nervous system as well as providing access to information. Another way of looking at the brain is as a set of functional subsystems, such as systems for vision or movement. Here, as we look through the motor system hierarchy, we find that the caudate nucleus is part of the extrapyramidal motor system. Other hierarchies could be added, providing different views. We choose the caudate nucleus as the current topic and show its page. The Illustrated Neuroanatomy Glossary aids the beginning student of the nervous system by providing multiple access paths to a rich verbal and visual vocabulary.